Let's take a look. This is Tom Nash's oldest videos. Remember, once again, he's going to be deleting these over time. He has a habit of, like, over the next year, you're going to see him delete more and more videos. He doesn't want to keep a running record of what he said. Now, many of these videos, of course, he'll just remove like videos, but he'll also just go through, and from a time standpoint, in other words, you will only see probably the last 4 years from all Tom's videos in the futures. He won't show you the older videos. Some videos he'll go ahead and delete even if they're less than 4 years old because they show him to be an idiot. He's done that many times, or he'll re-edit videos. You see, this is the great thing about YouTube if you're a scammer. YouTube, and as I said before, folks, all the internet, all these platforms, they are created, they're designed for scammers. You understand that, right? YouTube is designed for scammers. Facebook is designed for scammers. Twitter is designed for scammers. They are designed for scammers. Discord is designed for scammers. Why do I say that? That's how they make all their money, through the scammers who have the large followings, right? Ask yourself this question. Why is it that all these platforms have likes? YouTube removed the dislikes. Why do they even have likes? Why do they show you the view number, the view count? You understand. Why they allow channel owners to delete certain comments? Why don't they make it more realistic? No view counts. Oh, it's got a lot of views. I'm going to watch it. Right? So what happens? There's a fake view industry. People buy views. Fake like industry. Oh, it's got a lot of likes. Must people like it. Just like people say, oh, you only got one comment on your video. Must not be any good. Yeah, dummy. That's the logic of a fucking dummy, of a rock. When you're dealing with a lot of stupid people, of course you're going to have not people watch these videos because of dumb people on YouTube. Fucking idiots. That's the reality. You understand? Why does Facebook have private groups? Because when you go there to a group of a swindler and you start asking some questions and you expose the person, they kick you out. And none of the cult members know it. You can't wake up anybody. They continue their fucking scam. You got it? Why does Twitter allow people to delete comments? Well, they want you to delete your past, right? The Najarian brothers, Pete and John Najarian, the former CNBC fucking trading clowns, the guys that promoted as trading experts but are fucking can't trade their way out of a goddamn corner.
And we're short NVIDIA. It's a loser.
I'm a firm believer in investor education. We are constantly trying to figure out the best way to communicate with you to teach you how to better manage your portfolio. And two men I have a great deal of respect for, John and Pete Najarian, share my belief like no other in educating investors. In fact, they've created their own investor educational platform I love, Investitute, specializes in teaching options trading the right way. Look, I can explain options to you, but I don't focus on them like John and Pete do. Now, these guys are former professional floor traders, decades of successful trading experience, and just like me, what do they want to do? They want to share their knowledge with you. So we've partnered with Investitute to offer you a platform where you can learn the importance of learning how to trade options the right way in today's market. John and Pete, I got to ask you both, why did you start Investitute?
But individual investors don't have the same opportunity, and without solid knowledge and understanding of options, these investors are at risk. Pete and I wanted to bring that same professional floor trading quality education, especially for options, to individual investors. When we started out, we had members who showed us how to trade successfully, and now we're passing that knowledge on to our students through Investitute.com.
But we didn't just want a bunch of generic explainers on text and video. We wanted hands-on coaching to ensure these individuals are prepared to trade options. And Jim, you know it. It's not knowing what to do to be a successful trader. You have to have the discipline. You've got to spend the time. You've got to use the preparation to learn how to trade successfully and minimize your risk. We designed a unique hands-on coaching and educational curriculum that guides individuals step by step through the learning process.
Right, Pete. And part of that hands-on coaching means professional coaches. They make sure the individuals fully understand and have clear working knowledge of one step before moving on to the next.
For a limited time, we are giving you a significant discount on our Beginner's Options course. The course was designed for stock investors looking to get into the option markets, and it's packed with over 7 hours of educational lessons on options, theory, and strategy. Let the experts at Investitute.com help you get started learning options for free.
We think this is going to be $1 billion cannabis ETF. And we know that we've got a great manager that's running it for us. My brother Pete are on the advisory board for it. We think this is going to be $1 billion cannabis ETF. And we know that we've got a great manager that's running it for us. My brother Pete are on the advisory board for it. We think this is going to be $1 billion cannabis ETF. And we know that we've got a great manager that's running it for us. My brother Pete are on the advisory board for it.
Hey folks, you want to take your trading to the next level? The same kind of level that cars like this are on? Well, there's one place you can do it. Las Vegas, Nevada, 4th and 5th of October at Caesars Palace. You know where to go. Hey folks, you want to take your trading to the next level? The same kind of level that cars like this are on? Well, there's one place you can do it. Las Vegas, Nevada, 4th and 5th of October at Caesars Palace. You know where to go, Investitute.com/Vegas. You're going to hear all about who's going to be there. The Crypto King, the dude that buys cars like this. The Crypto King John is going to be there, along with Peter Schiff, along with Jim Cramer, along with Kevin O'Leary, along with Anthony Scaramucci, along with my brother Pete. So many great traders are going to be in Las Vegas to teach you exactly what you need to know to take your trading to the next level. You got to be there, October 4th and 5th. That's at Caesars Palace, Investitute.com/Vegas. Check out the videos, folks. You know you want to be there. You should be there. Make sure we see you there.
When it comes to investing, most people are familiar with putting their cash in the stock market, but more than 90 victims dove into a new world where these dollars are transformed into digital currency. From a look at their social media, John Caruso and Zach Salter had it all. Traveling to exotic locations, driving luxury cars, posing in private jets. The two 20-somethings were living the life of premier money managers in the trendy world of cryptocurrency, the founding members of a company called Zima Digital Assets. But behind it all was a world of lies. According to documents filed in federal court, Caruso and Salter bilked investors out of more than $7.5 million. Both said to have sold their victims on a life of wealth and financial independence, the way they're trading in cryptocurrency. Only one problem, court documents say, of the millions they took from their victims, not $1 ended up being invested. Instead, the two men are accused of living the high life with it, spending at least $350,000 jetting around on private planes and living in multi-million-dollar mansions in Paradise Valley. All of it An elaborate Ponzi scheme lasting 18 months, more than 90 victims. Documents say Caruso has been in and out of jail and that his family has long documented connections to organized crime.
Hey folks, you want to take your trading to the next level? The same kind of level that cars like this are on? Well, there's one place you can do it. Las Vegas, Nevada, 4th and 5th of October at Caesars Palace. You know where to go, Investitute.com/Vegas. You're going to hear all about who's going to be there. The Crypto King, the dude that buys cars like this. The Crypto King, John, is going to be there, along with Peter Schiff, along with Jim Cramer, along with Kevin O'Leary, along with Anthony Scaramucci.
And the only ones I really own now are Voyager and Hut 8 as far as equities on the crypto side.
I think, someone like John, who's like an expert in technicals and sees what's happening behind the scenes, trading it's probably a really good way to play it right now.
Hey there, Eamon. We've got more damage in the crypto lending space. Voyager saying that it's temporarily suspending trading, deposits, withdrawals, and all loyalty rewards. That was effective at 2 p.m. Eastern. That release, though, just coming out, and CEO Stephen Ehrlich saying, quote, "This was a tremendously difficult decision, but we believe it is the right one given current market conditions." He says the decision today gives them additional time to keep exploring strategic alternatives with various interested parties.
More pain in the world of crypto. Voyager Digital files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection just days after the broker suspended withdrawals on the platform. CEO Stephen Ehrlich tweeted, "We strongly believe in the future of the industry, but the prolonged volatility in the crypto markets and the default of Three Arrows Capital require us to take this decisive action."
Hey folks, we get this question a lot. Why are you guys not on CNBC anymore? Well, Pete and I gave up our exclusivity to CNBC, and since then we've done Bloomberg, CNN, and multiple shows on the Fox Business Channel. We're also on TheStreet.com with our own production that we have done called The Rebel's Edge. So basically we gave up one outlet in favor of 10x. We can be anywhere, and we will be announcing more partnerships shortly. In trading, you don't need to have a big chunk of money to start with.
Like what could somebody start with?
$2,000 to $5,000 would probably be where you need to be.
You can get started with a very little bit of money. We're doing a partnership where we're going to provide this kind of education to our audience.
Well, your hat says it all, cash flow, right? We can kind of create that cash flow that people are looking for. And it might be at least, it could be once a month that they're getting a little bit more flow, a little bit more flow.
Yeah.
It could be each week.
It all just depends on what that stock is, how they actually, what kind of liquidity that particular name has, because some are very liquid, some are less liquid. But it gives you the opportunity at least to create a little bit more cash flow as you've bought that stock.
Yeah. Hey guys, I am so excited. I am so excited to be here and to announce our new partnership. I am now part owner with these two dudes. Okay.
You're one of our brothers.
Yes, sir. Well, we've always been brothers, but I'm so excited because, and I mean, if you want to truly get wealthy in this country, and I posted this on Twitter last week, it's like, how could you know about the next Jeff Bezos deal, Amazon, the next Facebook deal, the Microsoft 40 years ago, Starbucks, whatever, 40 years ago. If all of us could know, and these guys are the smartest, brightest minds on Wall Street today. And these guys are the smartest, brightest minds on Wall Street today. And these guys are the smartest, brightest minds on Wall Street today.
The Najarian knuckleheads, right, with Grant Cardone, teaming up together. They're going to promote trading to Grant Cardone's. See, this, by the way, how I built a $4.5 billion real estate empire, this implies that he owns this. Now, in a video infomercial you saw, he claims he owns $4 billion in real estate, which is an absolute bold-faced lie. That there qualifies him as a fucking scammer and a fraudster, by the way. Right? So you understand how he's trying to play word games now. If you're building an empire, think about it. As you say, I built this empire. Doesn't that imply that you own the assets of that empire? Yes or no? Right? Of course it does, without saying it. So let's take a look here at Scam Cardone. Scam Cardone. Scam Cardone. Remember, folks, without YouTube, without social media, Scam Cardone would not have any money managing. He specifically came on ScamTube to go after the low-hanging fruit, the dummies, the dipshits, after the SEC changed the laws where you could go after, you could market your private equity fund. You see, private equity, they don't have public disclosure. You understand? There's no public disclosure. A stock trade on the stock market has major public disclosure, transparency. So he wants to hide everything. Hide it, right? From the dummies don't even know what's going on. Let's take a look here. So you notice how now he's talking, you don't need lots of money to trade stocks. He's trying to get into that game. Before he talked about stock market being bullshit. Remember that? Look at that. Trading for beginners. So he's teamed up with these fucking scammers, the Najarian fucking scammers. The Najarian scammers who were trading and pitching cryptocurrencies. They were trading and pitching cryptocurrencies that went bankrupt, that failed. That's why they got kicked off CNBC. Too much pressure. Right? Too many people complaining about them.
I'm going to show you how to buy something that's already done, already finished, already filled with tenants, and that will cash flow from day one. I've been doing this since I was 28 years old. My name's Grant Cardone. I own $4.5 billion worth of real estate today. Don't do this in the beginning. Okay, I'm telling you, do not do this in the beginning. The biggest mistake you'll ever make in your lifetime. What you want to do is find something that's already done. It's all over America right now. This is the greatest real estate opportunity in your lifetime is happening right now. And somebody else already fixed it, finished it, filled it up with a tenant. It'll make you $5,000 a month. I'll show you how to make $60,000 a year in free cash flow, probably more than your job's paying you without you working. And you'd have to make 120 grand because that 60,000 won't even be taxed. Now you're like, man, I don't know what you're talking about, man. This is going so fast, but it sounds good. I'm going to do a free training on how to do this, how to find this, how to fund this, how to raise the money for it, and I'm going to show you how to do it with no credit and no money. But you do need two things. You need the commitment to learn it, and two, you need the education. You got to have the information, okay? I'm going to put a link below so you can join me in this training. I want to help you get in the game, and who knows, maybe you and I will be partners in the real estate here one day. I'll see you there.
If you want to become financially independent, come to my seminar. Let me show you how to make the fortune you have always dreamed about.
My name's Grant Cardone. I own $4.5 billion worth of real estate today. My name's Grant Cardone. I
own $4.5 billion worth of real estate today. My name's Grant Cardone, own $4.5 billion worth of real estate today. My name's Grant Cardone, own $4.5 billion worth of real estate today.
If you want to become financially independent, come to my seminar. Let me show you how to make the fortune you have always dreamed about.
My name's Grant Cardone, own $4.5 billion worth of real estate today. My name's Grant Cardone, own $4.5 billion worth of real estate today. My name's Grant Cardone, own $4.5 billion worth of real estate today. My name's Grant Cardone, own $4.5 billion worth of real estate today. My name's Grant Cardone, own $4.5 billion worth of real estate today.
If you want to become financially independent, come to my seminar. Let me show you how to make the fortune you have always dreamed about.
My name's Grant Cardone, own $4.5 billion worth of real estate today. My name's Grant Cardone, own $4.5 billion worth of real estate today. My name's Grant Cardone, own $4.5 billion worth of real estate today. My name's Grant Cardone, own $4.5 billion worth of real estate today. My name's Grant Cardone, own $4.5 billion worth of real estate today.
If you want to become financially independent, come to my seminar. Let me show you how to make the fortune you have always dreamed about. You do have two choices right now, my friend. Number one is do nothing. Stay home. Do what most people do. And 5 years later, you'll be lucky if you have a job. Or number two, you can come to my seminar. Learn the secret of how other people are making millions. So someday, you can become financially independent. Do you have a guts to step out of where you are to achieve your financial freedom? And if you're not willing to spend 3 free hours to learn from a self-made millionaire to maximize your opportunity, you deserve to be broke.
Real estate's freaking easy because I look at this stuff and I go, I know what to do. Stocks, I don't know. So don't ever expect Meet Kevin to sell you a stock investing course.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for considering this program on Mastering Your Money. You're here because you want to grow your net worth. At least that's what I'm guessing, because who doesn't want a larger net worth?
Hi, it's Vince with ShamWow. You'll be saying wow every time you use this towel. It's like a chamois, it's like a towel, it's like a sponge.
Getting out of that paycheck to paycheck trap, and maybe even retiring early, well...
This is for the house, the car, the boat, the RV.
Do you feel like you are on a mission? A mission to not only be self-sustained, but to feel free and have that freedom of choice to do whatever you want because you have wealth to back you up. If you want to retire, you want to start a new business, you want to invest in an opportunity, you want to make sure you can be there for your family or your friends, well, hey.
Why do you want to work twice as hard? Doesn't trip. Doesn't make a mess, wring it out, you wash it in the washing machine.
To ultimately grow your net worth because it enables so many freedoms.
If you want to become financially independent, come to my seminar. Let me show you how to make the fortune you have always dreamed about.
But maybe right now you feel trapped by that paycheck to paycheck loop and you wish you could get off that sort of hamster wheel.
Are you sick and tired of where you are, working hard for years for nothing? Are you excited about watching my student making a fortune on TV? You know, many of these people started out with little or no cash and no credit, no experience.
Or maybe you're already on your way to growing your wealth and building your wealth and you're looking for some new ideas to help you get to that next level.
If you want to become financially independent, come to my seminar. Let me show you how to make the fortune you have always dreamed about.
Well, wouldn't it be nice if there were some principles that could help you reach your goals faster and make more money than ever before and make your money go further than it has gone before?
Not everyone is fortunate enough to know my techniques of how to make a lot of money.
Now, while I'm not a financial advisor and I can't give you financial advice, I can give you some pretty incredible insights for entertainment purposes only, of course, that are all laid out in a beautiful and organized, easy to understand way in a program that gives you lifetime access to all the content in the course and also access to me in daily market live streams in our private course member only live streams where we can answer questions and have dialogues about ideas or things going on in the market.
You're throwing your money away.
I know some of you are thinking, my seminar is the same like everybody else's seminar. My seminar is not the same like everybody else. My course is copyrighted. It means no one else is allowed to teach my unique course. Plus, my system can show you how to put money in your pocket right away.
Real estate's freaking easy because I look at this stuff and I go, I know what to do. Stocks, I don't know. So don't ever expect Meet Kevin to sell you a stock investing course.
I was that guy working at Jamba Juice who had previously worked at Hollister and only managed to save like $700. I have gone from that story with no family money to self-made multimillionaire. I now have over $20 million invested in stocks.
Real estate's freaking easy because I look at this stuff and I go, I know what to do. Stocks, I don't know. So don't ever expect Meet Kevin to sell you a stock investing course.
You may start making so much money, you may not want to do anything else.
ShamWow sells for $19.95.
But it's worth noting that I didn't come from a trust fund. I didn't come from a family of money. I came from a broken immigrant home with divorced parents who divorced when I was 6 years old. My father, after the divorce, showed me how many 20s he had left in his bank account, and he could count those on his hands, which was very concerning.
Look at this picture here. 10 children and a mom and a dad live in a little tent like this. Crowded, destitute. We couldn't even speak English at the time. And after we got out of this refugee camp, we got to do many odd jobs to support the family, like washing dishes, busboy, mowing lawn, and so forth. We became financially independent. And several years ago, I decided to share this wealth-building knowledge with other people across the country. Many people took my seminar, become very wealthy.
But I realized in order to get out of the trap of not having enough money or not learning or being able to build wealth because I didn't know how to, I had to learn principles. Knowledge. I had to study and understand everything I could about markets, economics, real estate, stocks, investing.
Real estate's freaking easy because I look at this stuff and I go, I know what to do. Stocks, I don't know. So don't ever expect Meet Kevin to sell you a stock investing course.
The more you learn, the more you earn. Knowledge.
So we got these scammers out here, the new breed of scammers, and yet there's nothing, no word from the SEC, no word from the FTC, no word from NEC. At this point, I would just give it the FCC. Somebody do something about it. This can't be. I mean, we have this wild, wild west jungle, these YouTubers and social media influencers. Fucking hate these guys. Put some prison terms. Put some people in prison. People who do that, put them in prison for a few years. Put people in prison. Where's the SEC? Put some charges on these motherfuckers.
Keep this in mind. And if you don't know this, I suggest you fucking spend the time to look into it. Easily one of the top investment analysts in the world. I'm probably the best. It's difficult to prove I'm the best, right? But easily one of the best. Ask yourself, somebody in my status, my stature, my realm, who else is going to go out and expose these fucking little minions fraudsters? Who's going to do that? Who's going to do that? Nobody. Nobody else. terms of getting back as an investor, if it's coming down to here, almost irrespective of what's going on, I have to believe, if I have to make a call in advance, and of course I can change depending upon what happens, but I have to believe this is where you want to start doing that 18, 17, around there. Their earnings report is a complete game changer, at least for quite a while. Bottom line, NVIDIA now is going to enter the realm of Tesla, Apple, and all these other big, I mean, listen, NVIDIA can come down to 150, come down to $100. If you don't think it's possible, then you don't understand how the market works. I mean, listen, NVIDIA can come down to 150, come down to $100. If you don't think it's possible, then you don't understand how the market works.